Welcome to our video tutorial on logging service hours into HighlanderLink. We're going to begin by defining what service really consists of and why it's important for us to have accurate numbers. We're then going to give instructions for both organizations to list their service projects they've completed and for individuals that have done community service. So what is service? Here's the definition that we're working with. Community service is providing volunteer services, building relationships, and engaging with local, national, and global communities. We've seen a lot of folks submit service hours for volunteering for your club, such as tabling or attending meetings or events. But those aren't service hours, so don't be surprised if those hours get rejected or deleted. You also might be asking, why does the amount of service hours we do matter? Lately, UCR has been getting national attention for our amount of community service, such as our high rankings the last few years in the Washington Monthly, or our inclusion on the President's Community Service Honor Roll list. We want to be able to celebrate the good work you're doing, but that means we need to know about it first. So you can do us and the university a favor by submitting your service hours on HighlanderLink. Let's start with if you're a member of an organization and you want to report hours that you did with that organization. Head to highlanderlink.ucr.edu and log in using your UCR login info. At the top right, you'll see either a profile picture if you've set one, or a default image. Click on that and some options will drop down with all sorts of stuff. To submit service hours for a club, click on Service Hours. Again, this is just if you're a member and you're only submitting hours for yourself. You'll see your main service hours page here, which you can then click Add Service Hours. The first thing is to pick what student org it's for. If the group doesn't show up, it means you're not on the roster. So you'll want to contact the org's officers and get added ASAP. If it does show up, select it, and then enter a description of what you did, when you did it, how many hours/minutes it took, and then an email for who can verify it. This isn't your email, but rather an email for who can vouch for you. And then click Create. That student org's officers can approve your service hours, or we have staff and student life that will be approving hours as well, after we verify them. Now here's a second way to input hours if you're an individual. If you wanted to document a long-running service project you were involved in, such as weekly tutoring or volunteering, you can utilize what's called Self-Reported Experiences. Log in and select your icon again, followed by Experiences. You can then add a new experience and just select Service/Volunteering. This form will allow you to list the project you did, and then you'll add up all of the hours you did total. You're only going to submit this once per project, so wait until you finish before submitting it. You can also use this tool to report service hours that aren't associated with a student organization. These experiences may show up on your co-curricular transcript if you choose, so make sure to write professionally, as it'll appear exactly the way you've written it. We have an in-depth tutorial on creating a co-curricular transcript if you're interested in that. These hours will be approved by a staff member of Student Life after we've verified with your contact. Now lastly, how do you submit hours on behalf of your organization? Maybe you want to give hours to a batch of students. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your roster is accurate. If you don't know how to do that, check out our other video on how to use HighlanderLink, and it covers that in depth. But let's assume your roster is perfect. You'll begin by heading to your HighlanderLink organization profile, but you'll need to click the Manage Organization button at the upper right. Once there, click on the upper left name and a menu will appear. If a menu doesn't appear, or you don't even see that option, HighlanderLink doesn't always work with Internet Explorer, so make sure you're using another browser. If the menu does pop up, click on Service Hours. You'll see a menu of service hours submitted by other individuals that you need to approve. Go through and approve or deny those hours. If you want to give members hours, click on Add Service Hours. You'll see a very basic form here where you enter the student's name and description plus the date, hours, and verification. The verification info on this page is required, so feel free to list your own email if your group hosted the event without a corresponding off-campus organization. Now here's the tricky thing. You fill this out for one student at a time, so I'd recommend copying and pasting the description. If you do an excessive amount of service, you can ask the Student Life Office how we can assist with a bulk upload, but we only offer that a few times a year and for massive uploads. So those are just a few different ways to report service hours, both as an individual and as an officer in a student organization. If you have questions about this, don't hesitate to stop into Hub 229 Student Life, and we can help you. Thanks for watching.